Question for you, my man.
Right on.
So what was your reaction when you heard what Jeff had you had planned for you in these next 10?
Let's see. When did I hear that Jeff? All right. So I think the first. So I always find out what happens, what's coming up, because he's very secretive about things. So he doesn't really like to give things away before we start filming. So I'll usually find out what's happening from the first script that we get. And what was I surprised? Was I like?
Well, there you go. What was your reaction?
My reaction was great. Fuck yeah, I love it. I'm ready to do more Teen Wolf. It was great because the last time we saw my character, he was at a really, 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 really low point, and it was kind of his demise. And so Jeff started writing the character to do his rise and kind of come up and be the badass again. And so my reaction to that was, all right, great, let's do it.
And how will Scott and Styles be tested in the next 10?
In the next 10, let's see, how will they be tested? Well, they've got this new information that came out last season about Styles killing somebody and kind of going against Scott's morals. So they've got to kind of figure that out. But you know, everything tests their relationship. Everything tests how good of friends they actually are. Because if you could survive, you know, all this stuff with one another, you're your best friends. So everything's testing them. But they just have to get back together.
How hard was it for you and Dylan to play hating each other when you guys like?
Actually, you know what, man? It was actually really fun. We're not two method of actors, so like we don't actually have to like pretend to hate each other, you know. It's just like it was just acting, and it's funny. Yeah, I feel like it's like the real, you know, essence of acting because it's completely opposite of who we are and what we would actually do with each other. So it's really fun. It's not weird at all.
Is there a place you want to be with Scott coming by the end of the 10? Is there like a place you want to be with him, like emotionally?
Absolutely, yeah. So like last season, like I said, he was really broken down. It was at the lowest point he's ever been. And this time, I want him to come back and turn back into the badass that he used to be, but with a new sense of like wisdom, kind of like he's got like this darkness to him. I feel like this season. So the end of Scott, like of this season, is just like kind of just like he just turns more into an adult, and he's just got like this dark kind of wisdom behind him. And it's a really interesting thing, and it's my favorite Scott so far, I think.
And you mentioned that, you know, as we saw at the end of the last run, he's very much defeated. So what is it going to take to get him back to that place?
He needs to get his friends back together. Part of the reason was his pack was kind of pulled apart from him, and he kept kind of he doesn't trust himself anymore, so he's got to earn his self-trust back, and he's got to get his pack back. And basically, when he starts making the right choices again, it kind of gives him the motivation to keep going and be a man.
And how will his relationship with the rest of the pack beyond Styles be tested this season?
Same thing, man. Malia's kind of got some stuff that she's working on that might be not up Scott's alley in a sense. Kira and Scott are always kind of butting heads because their powers kind of conflict with one another. Liam and Hayden, there's animosity there because I wouldn't save Hayden. So, you know, there's all sorts of different crazy things that'll test me and my pack's relationships.
And last question is, what kind of progression do you want to see with Scott over the next, because you already season 6 already locked and ready to go.
Right.
So what kind of progression do you want to see with him in the next couple of years?
I really want to see Scott get older. I want to see what all of the life-threatening, literally he's died before and come back to life. Just I want to see the years, what they've done to him. You know, all the years of just chaos, and I want to see Scott get to like kind of like a dark, just a really dark, but just like manly, stoic kind of essence to him. I don't know. I've got a vision, and so I just need to. It's hard for me to articulate it, but I just want to see him more of like a badass. You know, if that makes any sense.
All right, so thanks a lot.
Yeah, buddy.
Wish you luck on the
Good
season.
talking to you.